We were discussing about performing CRUD operation, correct? Am I audible for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So we started the CRUD operation in OData Services, and what we did in our previous session, we implemented the get entity set and get part also. So if I go back and check there, second OData service, runtime artifacts, my DPC extension class, copy. I will go to AC24. I'll open it. Yes. Methods, my redefinition, we have already implemented get and get entity set. Correct. So this was just fetching the record. Whatever we performed, we were simply fetching the record. What we were doing, we are simply fetching the record, right? But when you want to perform a create operation, you will be sending some record from the Fiori application, correct? We will be sending some records from the Fiori app so that this data can be created in our SAP system. That is our goal and agenda for it. So that is what we are going to do for performing the create operation. Please understand the situation here. Earlier you perform the get and get entity set. So here you fetch the a existing record. But now when you are going for performing a create operation, you will be sending some request. So SAP has one defense mechanism. Yes, which is not going to allow you easily to allow you easily. This is known as CSRF token validation. Whenever you are performing any post operation, here we are going to perform post operation mainly, post sending some record outside of the SAP system to SAP system. So here one validation is going to perform, which is CSRF token validation. This is very, very important for post, put or delete any of these operations. So you will be simply sending the records. We will check that. Let's implement our create part. I will go to my DPC extension class, inherited methods, and then we have our create entity. So right click and redefine it. Yes, right click and redefine it. And what we can do here, we want to perform the create operation. So these are the important parameters we have. One is IO data provider interface, and the second one is our ER entity. Second one is our ER entity. So this is going to receive the output, and this will simply help us to receive the input fields which we are sending from the front end application, right? So let's implement it. I will go back to the method. And what I will do, I will create one work area for this type ER entity, copy, and I will create here one work area. Data LS employee type, and this TS employee. We are receiving, right? Now using this IO data provider, if you check this IO data provider method, IO data, it is nothing but an interface. This interface has a read entry data method, and it has got one parameter ES data, which is going to simply return you your actual input fields. So let's check it. I will bring it. IO data provider here. IO data provider. Read entry data and we will bring it. And ES data, I'm going to receive the value into LS employee. Whatever the value we are sending from front-end application, here we are going to intercept it. And once we have the things, now I will perform the insert operation. So insert into my table. Table is employee underscore tab values my work area. This is what we are going to do here. Performing the insert operation. Insert operation. Yes. And we can check here if size of RC equal to 0. Will return the output. So ER entity is equal to LS employee. Our create operation. If it is getting implemented successfully, we will simply pass the output, return the output. Let's check this one. I will activate it. So this is this particular parameter is going to expect input from the front end application, correct? It is going to expect input from the front end application. And this input that it is going to expect from the front end application, this is sent via payload. Kuntal, what is payload?
Payload is something like that. Suppose we want to export some data
Yes.
to XML kind of the field,
Uh-huh.
import some data. So that's
Okay.
the
So payload is nothing but the request in which we are sending the data to the SAP system. SAP system. To create the payload, usually what we do, we call the get entity method and then we use it as a payload. That's how things actually works. Use it as a payload. So here we have implemented our get entity already, and we have also implemented the create. So let's go to Gateway Client and let's check it from there, how things are working. I will go for service maintenance, Gateway Client. Yes. And I will select my entity set. I will call the get entity. So employee ID equal to, let's say, 101. Question mark dollar format equal to JSON. JSON format I'm calling. Execute it. We are getting our result. Yes. Now what you can do here, you can simply click on use as a request. You can simply pass it as a here. Use as a request. Yes. You can simply pass this one. Use as a request. And now this is your payload. This part is not needed. You can simply store your data that you want to send. Yeah. So let me check my employee table. What is the data available here? And then we will use it. Display, content, execute. At this moment, we have data till 117. All right. So let's say I want to create 118 and I will name this as suppose Kuntal Das. Let's say some XYZ. Suppose 1000 euro. Right. So this is my payload. This is going to be your payload. Now we will select the post request. If you want to perform a create operation here, you are going to select the post request. And here your URI will also change. You will only pass till entity set. This much only. Till entity set only. I'll share it with you. So this much only you are going to simply use it. Now I will put external breakpoint there so that we can debug it. I will go there and I will put external breakpoint. Let's go and check it. I will click on execute. We are in debugging. Create entities getting called. So desktop 3. This is IO data provider. Let's check what it is receiving. F6. LS employee. See what we are receiving. Employee ID, employee name, above development, manager, salary, currency, right? Whatever field we have sent, correspondingly we are receiving it. Yeah. And then we will perform this insert operation F6. Size of RC is 0. So the insert is successful and we will return the output. So here we can check this. Status is 201 green created. So we are getting a successful message. This 118 has been created. Now if you go back and check your table, refresh it. See here, 118 data is there. It is ready now, correct? Yeah. So this we are performing from our gateway client. Everything is working perfectly fine. Now let's try it from Postman. Let's try this, the same thing from Postman, and let's understand it, how things are working there. So tabs are there. Some of them. Yeah, I will create a new one here. First, we need to perform the get operation. So I'm going to call the get. Let's call this URI. So we'll copy. I will go to Postman here. I'll paste it. Employee set, employee ID equal to 101. We will go for send. This is getting called, right? I will use a JSON format. So question mark dollar format equal to JSON. Send. This is my JSON format. Let's copy it. Now I will go for post operation. So one new tab I'm going to open here. Post. And here I will have authorization, basic for system check. Then I will go to body section and I will have my data here. So I will paste it. This is my payload. We don't need this. I will regenerate my payload here. Let's make it 190. And this say some new name. Salary as suppose 200 US dollar. Yeah. This is my payload. I will go for the URI. Let's bring our URI here. So we need up to entity set only. Copy this much. And let's paste it here. Let's paste it. We already have our external debugger. there. Let's check what is going to happen. I will go for send. What is the message we are getting here? What is the message we are getting here, everyone? CSRF validation is failed. Can you see this? Everyone, can you see this?
Yes, Amit.
So that is one important thing. When you are performing any external operation, you are sending any request outside of the SAP system, the defense mechanism of SAP is not going to allow you easily. Yes, will not allow you easily. So here is your one CSRF token. It is acting as a security guard so that it can check whether the request is correct or not. And if you all recall, there was one important transaction code which we discussed, SICF, to check the entry of the registered OData service. We can simply go and either disable it or enable it, this protection. How? Let's check it. So I will simply go here and this is my registered service name. This is my registered service. Copy it. And I will simply go to SICF. I will pass the service name here. And let's go for execute button. This is your service. You can see, check it whether it is working or not. See, at this moment, this activate button is disabled because your service is in active status. If you deactivate it here, automatically this service you will not be able to access it. So everything, every feature of your service, you can check it directly from here. Just go on this part. And here you will have one option called GUI configuration. This is important. Open it in change mode. And go for this GUI configuration. So here is one parameter which you can use. If you want to enable the CSRF validation, you can pass here one. Yes, you can pass simply here one. So that now without validation, any request outside of the SAP system will not be accessible. So if I am making it as mandatory, let's see what is going to happen now. I will save it. Service saved. And now if you go and check here, send, see this. CSRF token validation failed. Correct. So this security mechanism is causing one problem. So to resolve it, what you can do is go to get operation and you will get the CSRF token. You will simply get the CSRF token. How? In the header section, you can request for it. So X CSRF token and I will pass it as fetch. So system will generate the CSRF token, which you can simply send it to the post request. Then you will be able to perform the operation. Let's click on send. Now in the header section, if you check, system will return you one CSRF token here. Yes, this one. Copy it. Yeah, copy it. And now you can simply go to post and you can go for header section. And here you can simply pass it. So X CSRF token. And here you can paste the value of it. I not copied it correctly. Recopy it. Okay. Post and I will paste it here. Yeah. Now perform the send request and see. We'll check. Is our debugger hitting? Correct? Is our debugger hitting?
Yes, Amit.
Right? So if you check this now, it will be getting executed. Size of RC is 0. Operation is correct. Continue. Go and check here. We are getting 201 created message. So this is very important stuff when you are. That is why I wanted to show everything from Postman. When you are on the gateway, you might not get this issue because gateway is your local system. This is for local testing. But Postman is the thing which you are going to use for your testing your APIs that you have developed. Now here it is showing created message. A new resource was created successfully. So if you go back and check your table, refresh it. It is 119 record. Has been created with 200 as salary and US dollar as currency. Yes. Getting my point? Everyone, are you getting how things are working here?
Yes, Amit.
Why this CSRF token is very, very important. Okay. Okay. So this is our create operation. Now we are able to perform. Tell me.
Sir, actually, this is we are testing from our end, but in a real scenario,
Yes, this
the
is a real scenario.
Fiori developer have to send that data to our end.
Yes, this is what that's how things work. In the backend, they will have to write the logic for this get so that they can fetch the CSRF. And whatever they are fetching dynamically, they will be sending into post.
Okay.
That's how things work there in the Fiori app also. Getting my point?
Say,
Okay. Otherwise, another way is if, which is not security friendly. Another way is if you disable it, you are disabling it, things will be completely different now. So if you go and check the same thing, post, you are not passing this CSRF token. Let's see what is going to happen. And it is saying X requested which is missing. So X requested with equal to 0. I have disabled it. Now we can, let me just change a little bit body where this request has been already created. So I'll make it 120. We set. Let's go and perform send. See, now it is not needed. The debugger has been called. Yeah, see this. So now it is not needed. No need for any CSRF token if you disable it. But that is not security friendly. I have disabled it also. So request has been disabled. Now it will work successfully. 120 has been created. That's why two things are there here. Now it's you who is going to decide how it is going to be implemented. Getting my point?
sir.
Everyone is okay? Any confusion here?
Yes, sir. Yeah. It's okay for me.
Okay. So this is
Even Amit,
create.
even we can create it by executing the standalone method also, right?
Standalone method. I don't get that.
Standalone method means the in AC24,
Hmm.
the create entity set what we are written over there, we can execute directly over here, right?
Get entity set. But
Yes,
get
yes,
entity set, why you want to use it for creation purpose?
yes.
How
Okay.
will you use for creation
No, no,
purpose?
no. I'm not talking about the get into say, I'm just providing the example. If we directly execute this class, so we have the whole total of the defined class which we have created it.
These classes cannot be directly executed.
Okay, okay.
Getting my point?
Yes, yes,
They are
yes.
runtime generated classes only
Mhm.
dedicated for OData service.
Yes, I get it.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
That's why object oriented programming is must for understanding them.
Mhm.
So create, update. Let's go for update part. Update have the same parameter here also because it is going to receive the input directly outside of the SAP system, correct? So here you can implement the update. If you go and check the interface, it will be same. If you check it, guys, please be regular on time. If you are delaying, it will be eventually a loss for you. You'll have to go through recordings. So update entity, let's check it. Right click, redefine. And if you check here, we have the same thing, IO data provider and ER entity, correct? We can use this one for updation purpose. So yeah, and I will declare a work area here. Data keyword, ls employee, type this one, which is going to be received. Yeah. Okay. And here we can simply receive it, our IO data provider interface. It's a read entry data method. Yeah. Can simply call importing ES data is equal to ls employee. Now what we can do before going for update operation, we can simply write one select query. So data keyword, let's say ls emp, type table of, or type our employee table. We can check whether this record is there in the system or not. Then we can perform the update operation. So select single star from my employee table tab into corresponding fields of LSEMP, where employee ID is equal to ls employee ID. This we can check whether it is perfectly fine. Then we can go for update operation. Otherwise, update cannot be executed. If data is not there, what is the meaning of updating anything, right? So we will have a check. If it is okay, then we will go for update operation. So and if, and here I will go for update my table name, employee tab, and I will set the columns set employee name is equal to ls employee name, department, and where employee ID is equal to ls employee ID. You can perform it. So if everything is fine, this update will work. And if this update is working perfectly fine, so we can send the output to the user. as entity is equal to ls employee. See, right? Normal ABAP code, but only understanding of the features is mandatory here. If you are able to understand it, how things are working, eventually you can try. So let's check it. I will put a breakpoint here, external breakpoint. I will go to Postman and I will check the body payload that we want to send. Suppose I want to update this 120 record, which is there in my system. I will change the name to, let's say, Saruk Khan and actor manager is, let's say, what should I say? Bollywood and a very high salary, SD. Yeah. Now one more thing here, payload will be a little bit, sorry, the URI will be little bit different. Here you will also be sending the primary key. It is mandatory. Without it, put will not call. This update method will not be called. Because if you will not pass here the primary key, it will take it as a post operation and it will call the create part. That is why here primary key is mandatory. So I will pass 120 here. And I am going to call the update operation. Yes. I am going to simply call the update operation. So let's check it whether we have our debugger or not. Yes, we have our debugger. I will go for this time put and I will go for send. Yes, we are in the debugging. Update entity is getting called. So we will check the desktop 3. What we are receiving from our output, ls employee. Yes, I'm receiving the changed values. So I'll go for desktop 3 here. This select query is fine, size of RC is 0. So we will go inside the update operation here, check it. We will go inside the update operation. I will go for F6. Update is also working fine. So this method is okay. We will get a green signal here. Yes. So now if you go and check, refresh it. 120 record has been updated. 120 record has been updated here. Right? That is your update operation. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Amit, you're audible.
Yes.
Okay. So this URI is important. This URI is important. Even you can also try it. The same URI because this service is already in running page. You can try it also. Last one is your delete. So let me open it. Delete SE24 TPC extension class. Navigation methods read inherited, and I will implement the delete entity. This one is perhaps the most easiest one. It do not needs anything. It has just one important parameter, IT key tab, which will receive the primary key value. And using the primary key, you can simply perform the delete operation. Yes. So I will declare a work area here. Data keyword, ls key, like line of, IT key tab, and I will read this. So read table IT key tab into ls key index 1, and if size sub rc equal to 0, we can simply perform the delete operation. And if so, delete from our table name employee underscore tab, where your employee ID is equal to our ls key value, from where we are fetching it. So this will perform the delete operation. Yes, this is your delete operation. You can check it, external breakpoint. I'll go to postman. Suppose I want to delete this 120 record. So I will go for this time delete, and let's check it. Not hitting yet. Here it is loading. Why it's not calling the debugger? It's taking time. Set employee ID 120. It looks good. Wait a minute. There is some problem here. Let me open another tab. Delete this one. And we have disabled the CSR token. So authorization, basic, header section, X requested with 0.
Yeah, I have one problem.
Yes, tell me now.
In this delete URL also we have to like mention the primary key.
Yes, because here only you are sending there is no need of any body or anything. There is no payload here. You are just sending the primary key value to the system using the URI. It will be received there via its IT key tab. And this IT key tab, you are performing a read table operation, and then you are just using it to delete it. Okay, let's check now. Why it's not calling? There is some issue. So resend. Yes, it's okay, but debugger is not hitting. Here it is returning us the
Because you are
message.
using session breakpoint.
No. I put the external. Wait a second. See, it has been executed here. If I remove the breakpoint, it has been executed. If you go and check the table, 120 should have been removed. Display content. Yeah, see, 120 is not there. Even if you check from gateway also, gateway here, second OData. You go and check this. Entity set, employee ID equal to 119 this time, and our delete operation. execution. See, green message we are getting. This is done. So if you refresh it, at this moment it is 119. If you refresh it, it's gone. So let's put a debugger external. Let's check now. 118 this time. Execute. There is some issue. I don't know why debugger is not triggering. It do not happens mainly, but our method is working perfectly fine. Correct? If you check now, this 118 is gone. Getting my point here, everyone. Delete operation. It is the most easiest one. You don't need to go and do anything here. There is one parameter called IT key tab. And if you check the type here, it is a table type. Inside it, two components are there, name and value. So whatever request you are sending in the name, it will receive this one. And in the value, it is going to receive its value. So you can use this value component, and then you will be able to simply perform your delete operation with just a single statement. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Sir, we delete multiple record also or update multiple record also with the help of delete entity or update entity.
No, that is not how things usually works here. See, multiple record deletion, you need loop only. Getting my point? But
Yes,
here,
sir.
if you check this, the method that the way they have designed, this is for entity. Entity is nothing but a single entry, correct? So performing of multiple read is allowed, but you cannot directly go for a multiple create operation at the same time, because at once you will be sending only one record from the Fiori app now. If you check your front end app, there will be, you will have some columns here like this way, right? Employee ID will pass, employee name you will pass, department you will pass, manager you will pass, salary you will pass. You will click on create button, their request will be generated. Here we will receive those entries, this implementation will be done, and data will be saved in the table, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
That's the way. Now if you have table like suppose header and item table, and if you want to perform multiple or table operation, their complex structure comes into picture, deep structure comes into picture. So I will show that part also, okay, for some case here. We'll see later on. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the using the CRUD operation. Yeah, by using without using BAPIs or RFC for custom tables we have tried. Now some standard approach also. Yes, there are some standard approach using some standard tables they have given for learning purpose, dedicatedly for learning purpose. You can try that one. So what SAP has done, SAP has given one data model where lots of standard BAPIs and tables are there. So which is known as EPM data model. This data model they have specially created for learning purpose. Either you are on ABAP on HANA, ABAP on cloud, RAP model, CAP, anywhere. This is a learning purpose. Lots of standard BAPIs are there. EPM stands for Enterprise Procurement Model. Yes. Yeah. And SAP has given some free data sets which we can try. Yeah. For these standard tables. It also has lots of BAPIs which we can reuse in our logic. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So here inside the EPM, you are going to see sales order is there, products is there, lots of things are available. We are going to implement products. For product, they have given BAPIs like BAPI, EPM, product, get details. This is going to be your get entity single record. This BAPI. BAPI EPM is there, EPM product get list. BAPI EPM product change is there. BAPI EPM product create is there. And BAPI EPM product delete is there. So all these BAPIs they have given for these standard tables. If you go and check this table, C11, SNWD, PO. Wait a second. It's the purchase order only. Product, SNWD, PP. Yeah, let me check. Purchase order. Yeah, got PD. This is the dedicated table for this BAPIs. This is a standard table. And lots of data they have given for learning purpose, which you can utilize. So we are going to implement our logic for this standard table using this BAPIs. And also we will consume it in our Fiori app. I will show you how things are working. And then we will move on to HANA part. Any questions in this?